Moon Knight should have been the best show on Disney Plus. Not because it had the biggest budget, not because it's connected to the wider MCU, and definitely not because it featured characters we already loved, but because it was different. For once, Marvel stepped outside Norse gods, super soldiers, and billionaires in metal suits, and into Egyptian mythology, fractured identity, and psychological horror, and for a brief moment, it worked. Egyptian mythology is criminally underused in modern mainstream storytelling. We recycle Greek myths, we remix Norse gods, we reinterpret Arthurian legends endlessly. But Egyptian mythology, rich, dark, cosmic, terrifying. Moon Knight didn't just reference it, it was written around it. Gods weren't just symbols, they were manipulative, petty, cruel. Khonshu wasn't a mentor, he was a parasite. This alone gave Moon Knight a tone no other MCU show had. It felt ancient, unsettling, almost alien. And that's exactly why it worked. The first 2 episodes are genuinely unsettling. The distorted reflections, the blackouts, the uncertainty of what's real, the fear of losing time. This wasn't superhero storytelling. This was psychological horror. Stephen Grant isn't a hero. He's scared, confused, trapped in his own body. And the show understood that at first. But then something happened. After episode 2 or so, Moon Knight begins to pull its punches. The horror softens, the thriller edges round off, and the action, we don't even see it. Instead, we cut away, we black out, we return to the aftermath. Doing that once is clever, twice may be thematic, but 3 times, it starts to feel like avoidance, like you don't really want us to see the action. Especially because the action we do get to see is actually quite good. Well shot, brutal, stylized, which makes the constant cutaways feel less like an artistic choice and more like a constraint, as if the show didn't want to fully commit to being dark, didn't want to cross a line, didn't want to scare too many people too much. Through all of this, one thing never falters: Oscar Isaac. This is one of the MCU's most underrated performances. Not because he plays multiple personalities, but because each one feels real. Steven is fragile. Mark is hardened. Jake is terrifying. They don't feel like gimmicks. They feel like fractured survival mechanisms. Oscar Isaac disappears into this role so completely that you forget you're watching a performance. And that alone elevates Moon Knight above most Disney Plus shows. But here's the thing, even with all its flaws, even with all its restraints, even with its missed potential, Moon Knight might still be Disney Plus's best show because it took a risk. Unlike Loki, Hawkeye, She-Hulk, unlike Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Moon Knight wasn't built on familiarity. It didn't rely on characters we already knew, characters we already loved. It asked the audience to follow an obscure character into something strange, uncontrollable, and somewhat mythic. And for that, Marvel deserves credit. Moon Knight didn't fail because it was bad. It failed because it didn't go far enough. It stood at the edge of horror, at the edge of psychological tragedy, at the edge of something truly unique, and then stepped back. Moon Knight should have been Disney Plus's boldest show. Instead, it became its most frustrating what if.